Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Tuesday, July 1, 2025. It's day 34 of U.S. versus Sean Combs, day 2 of deliberations. Now, yesterday, almost as soon as the charge was done and they went into the room, very quickly, they came back and said that Juror 25, who we covered during jury selection, was not following instructions. So there was a big debate about what to say. The concern is that if the jury in a note or otherwise lets the parties and the public know what's happening inside the room, there's a big problem with that. Various cases were cited. There is, in fact, a case saying, more than one, that you can remove a juror if they refuse to follow instructions. Not for their substantive views, but for refusal. But we haven't reached that stage yet. They've tried to smooth it over. Now, we put up on X for Subscribers and Substack stuff from jury selection concerning Juror 25. I don't really know what the rules are. That's why we're having to do it that way, because the judge has made it clear and the prosecutors have made it clear that they can threaten for publication of things that were actually said in court. So I don't know. That's been one problem with this case, with this trial. Another problem with the trial has been the failure to docket things. For example, at 6 p.m. yesterday, there was a joint filing of some kind due by email, but it really doesn't matter if it's email or a letter, about how to answer the drug question. And we don't know. It should have gone into the docket. That's my view. And it does in most trials. So something has gone wrong here. But it is what it is. Meanwhile, during a break yesterday, between the jury notes, we went upstairs to Judge Vargas's 14th floor courtroom, where the civil case of Drake versus Universal Music Group was being heard. Now, this is the case in which Drake has sued Universal Music Group for Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar for defamation, but also streamer bot, stream farming. There's a lot of issues at it. We live tweeted it. Got quite a bit of pickup. I would say the majority, at least, it's not a scientific poll. People were pretty skeptical about a rapper suing over a rap beef. But it is what it is. I'm also a First Amendment fan myself, but I just covered what was said, and so people seem to find it surprising that it's somehow objective. We're just covering what's said in court. People can reach their own decisions, and ultimately Judge Vargas will rule on this motion to dismiss. She took it under advisement, as usually happens. But the arguments, you can find them. We also put it up on Substack. We put it up on Inner City Press. We put it up all over the place. Now, we've been covering, obviously, the last few days, the U.S. Senate. They've been meeting late at night. It's amazing. For these octogenarians, many of them, they're up all night. Most of the votes going like 47-53, 48-52. There was one 22-78 in which Susan Collins had proposed something about rural hospitals. She got some Republican votes, and none of the Democrats voted for it. I don't know. What can I tell you? There's a Senate vote today, and there may be the House, depending on what happens. And at the UN, total and absolute corruption. We put in more questions yesterday. You see, Antonio Guterres has taken public money to hire his cronies, Miguel Graca and a guy called Aguinaldo Baptista. We found exactly a similar pattern at UNESCO, in which Azulay has hired people. This is what the UN has come down to. As the squeeze of money happens, and they tell other staff, you're all going to get squeezed, some fired in various ways, the friends of the corrupt bosses are all getting taken care of. And we're covering it from the outside, and we've applied to re-enter, and we will not cease. But for now, we're going in here, U.S. versus Sean Combs.